Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday family fitness class. If you sit yourself down on the mat to start off, if you can sit cross legs, brilliant. If not, sit down on a chair, sit down, make sure that you feel nice and relaxed in the position you're in. Again, this class is for people who haven't got high blood pressure, diabetes or joint problems. If you have and you know me, and you can adapt, then adapt it. If you feel for anybody at any time, if you're feeling ill or you get hot really quickly, then stop. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't, so again, stop. So we're going to bring ourselves to our mat and we're continuing our chakras. And this is our third eye chakra. And it's around the between the eyebrows, it's around this area here. It deals with the brain, the forehead, eyes, sinuses, pituitary glands, pituitary and pineal gland, which is at the back of the head. And it's this one just here. I don't know if you can see that. Well, oh yes, you can, because you can see it from there. So with this, it deals with our intuition. And we're going to bring ourselves to our mat. We're going to use the Hakini hand mudra, which you're bringing your fingers together, as in they're in prayer, but they're kind of apart. And you're pushing the fingertips together. Now you can keep it down here and just let it rest anywhere that you want. You can always place your thumbs against your third eye, but if that hurts your arms or your shoulders, bring it down. We'll do that more towards the end. We're going to do skull cleansing breath. Now this is where you breathe in really slowly, but then you breathe out through the nose. And you pull the stomach in as you breathe out. You're breathing in really slowly, breathing out down the nose, pull the belly in. Okay? So we're going to do that, and we're going to think about the area around here. Think of our ears, our eyes, round to the back of our head. Think about our intuition, sometimes, and how we feel about ourselves. So think about self-reflection. Think about yourself, and think about if you're thinking about you, any words or associations that come in to say about you. So here we go, bringing ourselves down. So we're going to take some cleansing breaths in, breathing in, lifting the arms up, and as if we're blowing out a candle. Now the skull cleansing breath is really good for kind of getting rid of anxiety, getting rid of all kind of worries. Anything that annoys us, we blow it out. So we're going to bring ourselves up to standing. And I'm going to change the camera. That's better view. So from here, we're going to do our neck stretches, but we're going to do them on a diagonal. So making sure that the feet are in line with the hips. Bring the hand towards the head. That's it. We're going to breathe in up to the elbow and breathe out down to the shoulder. We're going to do it 4 times. So here we go. Breathing in to lift up. And out to look down. And then we're bringing it back to centre. So we're going to try the other side. I can see you fine, V. If anything's going wrong, it's your side. You're perfect to me. You're moving up, you're not juggling, okay? So breathe in, looking up. And breathing out, taking it down. So keep trying to pull that elbow back. We don't want it to come round. This is kind of working diagonally. We're kind of doing a forward and backwards bend. We're doing a side. We're doing a twist. And then bringing it back to centre. Taking the arms down. So we'll do the same thing with our lower body. We're turning the foot out to the side and bringing ourselves round. Pushing, making sure that we're not rolling the back foot in, that we're having it flat down. And we're trying to get ourselves square over the front. Now you can bend your knees if you want. It depends on what your back says. So if your back starts hurting because them hamstrings are tight, bend the knees. Your hands don't have to touch the floor. They can just dangle in the air. So we're going to tuck the chin in, we're going to pull the shoulders in, we're going to pull the belly in as we breathe out and let ourselves come down. Now while we're here, let your head relax. Stay here and breathe 3 breaths. Feeling that beautiful diagonal stretch through the lower back, through them shoulders, the head, feeling it as if it weighs a ton, it's being pulled down, the stretching through the back of the hamstrings, the knees, the thighs. We're going to tuck the head in and we're going to breathe in to bring it back up. Shoulders come back, the head lifts up and we turn it back in. So let's try the other side. Turn the foot out. Keeping the one foot forward but pushing down, don't let the outside edge roll. Breathe out, curl everything in. Keep the weight even between the 2 feet, don't lean into that front foot. If your hands are on the floor, make sure that you're not stopping yourself from moving by pushing with the fingers. You're letting the fingers curl under. Let gravity do its work. And then breathing back in, lifting up. Bringing it back. Let's try one more time each side. the sound again for the throat, the third eye chakra is Om. So you can always make that sound whenever we're in a position. We're going to breathe in and lift back up. So again, if you want, you can always make the sound. You don't have to make it loud if you don't want to. You can make it silently in your head, or you can say the mantra, I trust my intuition. Okay? And listen to see if there's anything that the brain tells you. Here we go. Breathing out. Lovely. So if we take it forward, we have to go backwards. So again, we're turning that foot out. Again, making sure the weight's even. Whichever foot's turned out, we're bringing that hand, we're placing it on our head. So our part of our hand is leaning against that third eye. We're looking into the crook of our elbow. We're placing our hands on our bum. We can always move it the second time. We're breathing in, lifting that elbow up, controlling the head so there's no strain through the neck. Again, we can make the sound. And breathing out to bring it back up. Bringing the hand down. Let's change sides. That hand there, that hand on the third eye. Breathe in, lift the elbow. Make sure that the neck is controlled. It's the elbow that's doing the moving and that lower back. Doesn't matter how far we go back, it's not affecting the neck, it's only affecting that lower back. That kind of stretching and twisting round by your bum, that's your sciatic nerve. This is beautiful for that nerve. And we're bringing it back up. Now always make sure that you feel okay going back, especially if you've got low blood pressure. You'll find going backwards is actually the one that makes you a bit dizzy. Going forwards if you're high blood pressure, but backwards is low blood pressure. So be aware of both of those. So let's do one more. Now this time, instead of having your hand here, you can let the hand drop down. You can reach it away. But remember, gravity will take over, so be aware of that back. Here we go. Lovely. So we're going to work this muscle, or ligament I should say, that runs down the side of the leg, and it comes round to the front and it comes to this area of the knee. And it's one of the ones that help us bend the knee. But if it's not worked, it becomes quite tight. So with this, I'm going to drop the camera so you can see my feet. And then I'll bring it back up again so you can see my face. So you're going to bring the foot round the back of the foot. Now, you're stepping one behind the other, so make sure you're stepping it out, so it's always the one at the back we're going to reach down towards. Let me bring it back up. So we're stepping that foot round, we're reaching a hand down, the other hand goes, the thumb goes backwards, we're reaching it up, breathing in, bending the front knee, reaching down towards that foot at the back. We can have a look down towards it and we'll feel a lovely stretch, not only through the hip but also all the way up. And then we're bringing it back up. Taking the hands down, bring that foot back round. Let's take the other foot behind, making sure the foot's flat down. Reach the hand down, turn the thumb back, breathe in, push the hip to the side, bend that front knee, push down, look down towards the foot. And breathe in, bring it back up, step it out. So we're going to take it into more of a Krishna, they call it a Krishna stretch, to stretch that side a bit more. We're bringing that foot round the same way, but we're going to bring the arm up and we're going to try and grab hold of the wrist of the other hand. We're pulling the hand over and pushing and looking up towards that hand. That's it, and you'll feel that stretch. It feels as if you're pulling your hip out of the hip. So if you sort of curl up on one side of your chair, this is a great one if you sort of like both knees up and curl onto one side. So let's bring it back up, take the arms down, bring that foot from behind. Change sides, so bringing it around. We're bringing the hand up, we're grabbing hold, so it's holding onto the wrist. But we're pulling it back over the head. We're pushing the knee out, we're pulling the hand up. Look up towards that hand. And then let's bring it back in. Beautiful. So we're going to take it down because now you need to see my feet and my legs rather than my head. So from here, having our feet in line, we're going to work them knees. We're sitting back into an imaginary chair. We're going to just find this flap that's on top of the knees. You're going to slide it up. And then your fingers should fit on the bone on the inside of the knee. And then you should be able to get your other finger to reach the bone on the outside. Now everybody should be perfect for you. So if I did it to your knee, it wouldn't sit in the right place, but yours should sit exactly in the right place. Now you're pulling the muscle back, the skin back. And you're just going to rock the knees side to side, but keeping the feet on the floor. And then we're going to take it into a circle. So trying to bend them knees, but we're keeping the knees in line. Lovely. Can't see yours, Alex, so I'm just going to guess that they are in line and you're perfect. And then we're going to take them in the opposite direction. Lovely. And then we're bringing it back to centre. And we're bringing ourselves up. You may want to give yourself a little stretch back. Because holding ourselves in that position. And then we're bringing it into our toes. And we're pushing our toes forward. And then pushing the other. And we're doing a bit of a mime strut. Just to get them feet and them toes working. And then bringing it down, give your legs a shake. So let's bring ourselves into our sun salutation. So I'm going to get you to again bring your fingers into that position so that they're not in prayer, but the fingers are apart. And they're more like a crown. And you're going to bring the finger and bring the thumb and get it to touch just between your brow. Bring the shoulders down. Pull the pelvis in, pull the abdominals in. Breathe, close your eyes if you can. So we're going to bring our hands up, breathing in, reaching back. Breathing out, bringing it into a forward bend. Breathe in, look forward to a half bend. Breathe out, step back. Lift up into a lunging warrior. Bring the arms round and down. And breathing out, step back to down dog. Move your feet, your hands, make sure you feel comfortable. Breathe in, come up onto your tiptoes, but you're still pushing that body in. And as we breathe out, we're rolling over our hands. Push the heels back, shoulders back. Bend the elbows back, bring the body down. Lift into up facing dog. Shoulders down, pulling back. Breathe out, step back to your down dog. Breathe in, lift the right leg up, or the left leg up in the air. Pull it in toward your chest, step it forward. Lift the arms, lifting the body. Bringing the hands round, stepping in. Oh, I missed a couple, never mind. Bend the knees, breathe in, lift up. One more. And bring the hands back down. Lovely. I did miss a few, but never mind. Turn that up. There we go. So we're going into a wide leg forward bend. So again, this is bringing the crown of the head, the third eye chakra, towards the floor. We're having the feet turned out. Now, if you want, you can always have your hands here, but we're going to try and have our hands behind our back. You're pulling the arms down, shoulders back. As you breathe in, lift the arms up. Let the body and the head hang towards the floor. Remember, you can let your head relax. Feel as if the spine's being pulled towards the floor. As if I'm pulling your arms over your head towards the floor. Letting the shoulders go. Imagine the ribs and the upper body falling out of the pelvis. So we're going to bend the knees, lift our head and bring ourselves back up. If you want to, you can let them arms go. Let them hang in front to relax. We're going down again. Again, if you want, think of that sound, or think, I trust my intuition. Follow your breathing, listen to your breathing. Things will come to you. Strange things will come into your head, but they're usually something you're wondering about, and it's going to answer your questions. The third eye is all about our intuition. It's just reminding you that the answer is in you all the time. So hands behind, shoulders back, push down, feet facing forward. Breathe out, pull the belly in. Bring the body down, lift the arms over. Let the body relax. Imagine me grabbing hold of your head and pulling your head towards the floor. I'm rolling your shoulders back towards each other and I'm pulling them arms towards the floor. Then we're looking forward, we're bending them knees, we're bringing ourselves up. Undo your arms. Good. So we're going to take it into humble warrior. We're turning the one foot out but keeping the hips and everything forward. It's just from the hips. We're going to bend our knee and we'll start with our hands off. We'll have our hands on our knees. From here, you're bringing your head down towards the foot, as if you're bowing towards your feet. And so you should. They are your biggest supporters. They will look after you through life. So have a look at your feet. Thank them. Make sure that they look okay. The toes look okay. Does it feel okay in your foot? How does your ankle feel? How does your knee feel in this position? So now we're going to lift the head and we're going to lift ourselves up, but keeping the knee where it is. And then we can push the knee back. We lift the foot, we turn it in, the hips will stay square. Let's try the other foot. So turn the foot out, then hips stay even. Bend the knee. Place the one hand on your leg, the other hand on your thigh. Bring your head down towards your knee, as if you're bowing down towards your foot. And like I said, have a look at your foot. Think about, how does it feel? How does it look? If I lift my toes, if I move them side to side, where can I feel that? How does my knee feel? Is everything okay? What about the bridge of my foot? Is it up or have I let it flop? And again, we're lifting the head. We're lifting our body. And then we're pushing back the knee and bringing it forward. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time we're taking the hands behind the back and we're pulling them back. Now with the arms, we imagine somebody is kind of twisting your arm like this when you're down. So imagine me doing this to your arms, okay? If you can. So turn the foot out, bend the knee, pull the shoulders back, lift them up, bow down to your feet. Again, imagine me twisting your arms backwards. Lift the head, lift the body, push the legs, let the arms come round. Bring that foot round. Let's change sides. Turn it out, bend the knee, roll the arms back, lift them up, breathe out, take it down. Keep lifting them arms. Again, with this, we're forcing blood down towards the head. So to enrich our third eye. And again, lifting. Push the knee back. Relax the arms. Lovely. So staying here. We're going to spin ourselves around, so turning the foot and bringing the other foot onto the back. So we're going to take it into a warrior lunge. So from here we're pushing down. Now we're going to take the arms. From going backwards, we're going to roll them forwards. So we're bringing the arms into eagle arms. We're pushing down into our warrior lunge. We're lifting our elbows up towards the sky. And we're going to push back. Now remember which elbow is on top. Undo. Push back. Bring the feet back to centre. So we're going to take it the other way round. Turning it round onto our tiptoe at the back. Bringing the same elbow, so the opposite elbow, so it was the right and the right leg, then it's the left this time. We're going to swap it after in a few minutes. So push down into our warrior lunge, lift our arms up. Now remember, if you can't do warrior eagle arms, you can just bring it across, hold it and lift it, if that makes it easier. And we're pushing back. We're swinging out. We're going to do the other side. Bringing it up. So the same thing, twisting round. Now if you did it the same leg, so if it's the right leg and you had the right elbow on top, you're now going to swap it. You're pushing into that knee. You're lifting them arms up. Is there any difference? And then we're lifting, we're bringing it out. Let's change sides. So it's the opposite leg. Pushing forward, lifting them elbows. And bring it up. Bring it out. Lovely. Give your arms a little shake. Where am I? Ooh. Okay. So, I'm going to take this down and you may want to watch it before you do it. Because again, it's more down at the bottom than it is up at the top. We're taking the feet wide. We're bringing ourselves down into that the thingy. But this time we're bringing ourselves so that we're trying to grab hold of one leg each and twist ourselves under our top arm. Okay. So we're bringing ourselves down. You're bringing one hand to each leg. So you're crossing your hands over. Then you're trying the top arm. You're trying to twist so that you're bringing yourself underneath your top arm while keeping the hand on the leg. I'll do it sideways, just in case that might be a bit easier. So we're crossing the legs. Then you're twisting so that the top arm comes up and you're bringing your head, or trying to get your head underneath that top arm. You're going to roll yourself back in and you're going to swap hands. So you bring your legs in so that you can grab hold of each leg. You're twisting to bring your head underneath that top arm. Don't worry if it won't go. And bring it back. We're going to swap them arms again. And again we're pulling and trying to get the hand underneath the top arm. And bring us back to center. Change the hands. Spin the body to look under the arm. And then undoing yourself. Undo your arms. Bend your knees. Roll up. Now from here, just turn and have a look over your back. And bring it back to center and turn, have a look the other way. Bring it back. Okay. Will I have time? Yes, I can. So, from here, we're going to bring ourselves down to the floor. So we roll down, step back to down dog, bring ourselves down to our knees and sit back. We're going to take ourselves into a side angle twist, but we're bringing our hands into prayer. So I'm going to bring from our hands and knees, you're bringing your foot up. Now from here, you can keep this knee down, bring your hands into prayer. As you breathe out, bring your hands around, push with the hands up and look up to the ceiling. Holding it here for now. You can push a bit more into that front leg if you want. And then we're pushing back and we're bringing ourselves back up. So let's take that leg out. Let's bring the other one up. So again, bringing the hands into prayer. Breathe out, reach over. Now if you need to, you may have to lift your boobs and fling them over if they get stuck. And push into that front leg, push with them hands, twist to look up to the ceiling. And then bringing it back, push back. So we can stay with our foot down, or you can make it a little bit harder by lifting that back leg. So the same thing, we're bringing ourselves around, we're looking up, but if you can, you're tucking that back knee, that toes under, and then you're lifting the knee towards the ceiling and holding it here. Push the heel away as much as you can and try and push that knee up towards the ceiling. And then we're bringing that knee down. We're bringing ourselves back. We're pushing back. Let's change last time. So bring it through. Now remember, you don't have to lift that knee. There's nobody saying you have to. You do whatever feels right for you. Bringing it round. Then lift if you can. Push the heel away, push the knee up, push the front knee forward. Feel that stretch through that back leg, as well as the stretch through the waist. And bringing the knee down, bringing the body back to centre, pushing back. Bring yourself back to your knees. Sit back into hero. We're going to bring ourselves next into dolphin. Now with dolphin, you can have your hands in this position so that they're together. You can have your hands flat down, but you want to keep your elbows in line. If you feel them starting to go out, get a band, wrap it round so they don't slide away on you. Now, if you're going to have the hands like this, you may find it easier to bring the two bottom fingers out so that it's nice and flat, instead of having your weight on top of the other finger. So if it's like that, the bottom one. And then just to make it symmetrical, you might want the two top fingers to come out. So you're kind of in that position. Rock. I don't know if that means rock. That, rock. But that. So, you're bringing your arms down. Elbows are in line with your shoulder. You're going to lift your toes up. Look forward toward your fingers. Walk your feet in. Now push back. I'm not going to get you to do any more than just push it backwards. As if you're trying to push your body away from your hands, but you're looking forward. Push the heels to the floor. Push the knees towards the back of the room. And it's as if your eyes are looking towards your third eye, looking upwards. And then bringing it down. Undo the hands, let the head come down into child. So you'll feel the neck stretch, it doesn't need to touch the floor, even if it's hanging, that's perfect. We're going to go back up again, so we're bringing the hands back to whatever feels more natural for us. We're coming forward, we're lifting that bum up. We're walking the feet in as much as they can, then we're pushing backwards. Keeping that bum in the air, looking towards our fingers. So we're lifting our head up. And again, bringing the knees down, undo the hands, let the head drop forward. And bring yourself up to seated. So we're going to bring ourselves into double pigeon pose. Now with this, it's not like cross legs, where you're crossing your legs and the ankles are underneath each other and things like that. You're going to flex the one foot and try and place it flat down on the floor, so it's sort of in a perfect straight line. The next foot you're bringing and trying to place it on your calf. Now, if it won't go, place it just in front so that the feet are in front of each other. Okay, so it won't go on the calf, keep it where it is. So you're flexing both feet. From here, we're going to place the hands on the floor and you're going to breathe out and try and bring the head towards the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't go, you'll feel that straight into the hips. And then we're breathing in, bringing it back up. So we're going to change sides. So bring the foot, place the foot so that it's flexed. Bring the other one, place it flexed up on top. Bring the hands in front. Again, breathe out, pull that belly in. Let the head come down. And breathing in, bringing it back up. Let's try one more. So foot goes down and you're flexing them feet. Breathe out, go forward. Let's change left arm. And breathing in. Lumping my stomach there. So from here, bring the legs out. Hands to the back, keep the knees together. Just let them drop side to side. And then bring yourself up. So we're going to sit up, cross leg, straight leg, whichever you prefer. We're bringing our hands again into Hakini Mudra, and we're going to bring it, place it onto our head. We're breathing in, and as we breathe out, we're going to either think, listen to my intuition, or count your breath, or make the sound. So here we go. going to get you to take 3 cleansing breaths in. So breathing in, lifting the arms up. And imagine blowing out a candle. So thank you for joining me. Try to take some time through the week just to sit down and do a bit of breathing, either again thinking about that intuition or just listening, counting your breath, especially if there's something that you need an answer to. So if you're want to go for a new job or ask for a promotion, sit down, and listen to what your body's got to say. Sometimes our brain, there's a loud, our ego, that's really loud in our head that constantly talks. But if you can sit down and kind of blow that, get that out of the way, there'll be a very silent, like little quiet voice that tends to tell you the answer to your question. Sometimes your answer to your question pops up in the most unusual places. So it may be that you're thinking about something and then all of a sudden you'll read something or someone will say something to you, you'll see something on the TV and it'll be as if your question's being answered. So any question you want answers to, sit there, ask it, say it out loud in your, privately and say, universe, give me the answer. And honestly, truly, look for them answers and it will come to you. So everything is out there. You just got to trust your gut instinct, your belief system. So take it easy. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm going to turn everything off. I'm going to say goodbye to Insta.